Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another edition of Terrier Talk. I am Sports Information Director Jared Plate. Alongside me is head women's basketball coach Emily Hayes. Coach, thank you for joining us today. So basically what we're going to do is preview the women's basketball season coming up. I know you guys start on Saturday with Mount St. Joseph's on the 12th, and we're just going to dive right into it. So first question for you. You guys finished last year with 12 wins, 12 and 14 I think was the final record. 6 wins in conference play, most since you joined the NCAC. So how can you build off last year's experiences?
I think coming off of last year, being able to hit that mark, it was a builder for us. Because we had a lot of young girls, and I feel like we finally set an expectation and a standard for our season and how we want things to go. In the past, we didn't really know how the season was going to go or what we were going to have, and last year I felt like we had a little bit more control. And I think having most of our girls coming back this year is going to help continue us in the right direction.
You mentioned a lot of letter winners coming back. We talked recently about having a lot of freshmen and sophomores that were on the roster last year. It's a lot of playing time. 8 in total, I believe, return for 2016-17. What does that do for the team just from the start of the year on?
It's definitely exciting for us to have everyone coming back because practices are a lot easier. People kind of know the flow of it. They know the expectations. They know what we want. So we're not breaking down things as much, and the flow is just a lot better. And coming into this season with everyone coming back, they had that game experience. We had a lot of close games last year that could have gone either way. And being in those positions and learning from them, I think is going to help us this year as well.
One of those people that might help you a lot is second team All-NCAC selection, Mercedes Jones, back for her junior season. Last year she averaged 15.3 points and 6.5 rebounds. What do you expect out of her this year?
I think more consistency. I guess it's hard to see that from the stats because their stats were pretty good, but I think more consistency with her back to the basket and on the rebounding side of things. We want her to be more dominant on the boards, both on the offensive and defensive side of things, and just for her to be a leader. She is so dominant in the paint, and we want her to project that not only into her style of play, but also off the court and in the locker room. We really look for her leadership on our team.
Who else do you expect to make an impact here on the front court?
We have a lot of our girls, our post players coming back. Savannah Lowry, I think, had a freshman year. She had some really good games, and then she had some games where we didn't notice her as much. And so we're going to look for that consistency this year. Being a sophomore, I think she's a little bit more comfortable with our system and what we want and with the speed of the game, and I think that year under her belt is really going to help her. And then Erica Johnson was a great defensive player for us last year. She did a very good job on the boards and really helped us on the offensive side of things. So we're going to look to bring them back in and still be, a bigger part this year.
So we've talked about the front court. So in the backcourt, you return juniors Allison Benoit and Kaylee Shockley, who also earned all-conference honorable mention selection last year. Besides those two, and maybe including those two, what do you expect out of your backcourt this season?
Consistency is going to be a big thing for us this year. Having them back as upperclassmen, juniors, and having 2 years under their belt, consistency is going to be key for us. We want Allison to be a floor director out there, and I think she's very capable of that with her skill set. They've been putting a lot of time on the court, and we have Kayla Yost, who got her first conference game of the year, and she's going to be a big factor coming in this year. She's been working hard. She's been anxious to get back on the court, and she's finally here, and she's kind of back with a vengeance and ready to go.
As a team last season, it seemed like maybe one of the weak points was you guys averaged 57 points a game last year. So it might have been where you ran into a little bit of problems. How do you expect to improve on that offensive side, and what do you expect to do to make that number larger?
We've been working with our guards to get our guards more involved in our offense because we were so strong inside and very dominant, and that's where we scored a lot of our points. So we're looking to get our offense a little bit more balanced inside out, and that's been our biggest focus so far in practice. And like I said, with the girls coming back being juniors and sophomores this year, I think it's going to help a lot because people know the shots that we want, that we know the shots that they can take, and their expectations for this year. Because sometimes as a freshman and a sophomore, you're still kind of finding your spot. I feel like we have those expectations, and we're looking to meet and exceed them.
And you've talked about those expectations, so what are they for this year?
Of course, we have our team goals that we kind of keep to ourselves and we talk about daily, pretty regularly. And but I think we just need to keep on building. You know, we had that 12-14 record last year, and you know, we hit some records that were exciting, but we're not done. And that's our biggest thing. We can't focus on what we did last year. We need to continue to build and just continue to grow as a team and a program. Just keep on trucking.
So the Terriers will kick off their season with the annual Lauren Hill game with the Terriers of Mount St. Joseph's at Xavier University. Being this is the third time you played this game and that you were a part of it when it first happened, you know, what does it kind of mean to you and the girls that are still on the team that played a part of it, and just why do you continue to do it?
It's just a great way to start off our season. Like, there's no better way to start everything off. And we go down there the night before, we have dinner with their team, and it's not something that we usually do with our opponents, but we get to see a different side of things. And I think it just keeps us really well grounded and kind of keeps us, just reminds us of why we're here. You know, we love the game. You know, we have this great opportunity to play every single day, and we play for the people that we love and that have crossed our paths. And there's no better way to start the season. Like, we love going down there and, you know, talking to our freshmen about the story and what happened. You know, it's really cool that some of them didn't really know about it. And so we're able to enlighten them and, like, bring them into this. And it's just a really great experience.
Very good. Thank you, Coach.